this round before the final round?
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us. Okay, and here we go. These two in place, 8 and 9 on the table. What's happening?
The game has started, and the three of us here are very happy in the studio because it's the English opening.
Yay!
And one of Simon's favourite openings as well. Meanwhile, Abdusattorov using an opening line, a variation that brought him success in the World Rapid Championship. We've seen some early trades. Actually, White temporarily sacrificed a knight, but won it back. So it's level material right now, but it is a crazy position. White's queen has come out early. Black's bishop is giving a pin to the white knight, trying to break through to the white king, and yeah, it's wild. It's really, really sharp already, both players wanting to go for that win.
Is that something you play in sort of the must-win situation?
Yes, especially what Levon Aronian has done. Normally, Black plays a more solid variation here. It's a risky one now for Black because White's queen is out, White has a central pawn, but yeah, it's clear that Levon wants to get that win. He needs to win, actually, to overtake his young rival now in terms of wins. Simon, what do you think? I mean, you know a lot about the English Open.
I do, yeah. I mean, I did a chessboard course which was a little bit different to this. It was recommending you go for fianchetto on the king side, the Iron English. Obviously one of the best courses you can ever get if you're interested. But this just seems very complicated. I'm trying to work it out. Black's weakened his king by pushing that pawn near his king. White's got 2 bishops. It's really hard to assess, but if you need to win the game, you go for risks. You go for unbalance of the position, which is what we have here. So very exciting position.
Yeah, normally with such crazy imbalances here, it's the pawn structure again. It does favour the more experienced player or the player who handles.
Nice move, and my instinct first was actually just to retreat the rook to the 7th row and just keep an eye on that passed pawn. But this is such a nice trick. But okay, Nodirbek just consolidates his pawn. You know, the bishop is on the perfect offensive and defensive square. It's controlling the promotion square.
And also Black's rook, I mean, when you're playing against passed pawns, you should always try to get your rook behind your opponent's passed pawn, and Lev has now done that. He's got his rook behind the passed pawn, the ideal square to stop your opponent from queening. And he's got Barry, our friend Barry, the B pawn. People are going to get they already are, so sick of the naming of the pawns.
No, we love it.
Yeah, only if you've heard it for the first time. It's certainly not the first time I called it Barry, but I think here this using the B pawn to distract it's
almost game over.
It's going to be too strong.
And one player who is sick of the sight of all these pawns is Abdusattorov, because he's just running out of pawns. Black is 4 for 2 up in terms of pawns, and look at this. Look at Abdusattorov's face right now. He knows he's blown this one. Black's bishop now lining up against the white king. White's king is going to have to lose even more time, and Ivanka, I must admit, I hate the position of White's bishop. It's just not contributing at all. Badly placed.
I agree.
White's bishop and White's rook are both tied down defending its pawn, and Black has a runner. That B pawn is going to run down the board. It's going to cost White some material, and then the Black king can rejoin the action. Black has so many pawns in reserve for later. There we go, the pawn marching, and this Black pawn is actually even more dangerous than White's pawn, which is currently under lock and key.
Yep, and remember, with a win here, Levon will be at 79% chance to qualify, and Abdusattorov will be down to 17% chance with a loss here. Oof.
It's going to be painful as well, because for so long he was, he had a level position. If anything, he was the one taking risks earlier to try and win, but then as soon as Levon Aronian maintained that tension, he lost control of Abdusattorov, and that can happen in endgames. And Levon just keeps it simple. It's a Tony Miles approach, swapping pieces off, and now getting rid of the bishops. Yes, a pawn has disappeared for Black, but White's pawn has disappeared, and 3 versus 1 in a rook endgame is too much. 1 pawn advantage, maybe you can save it, but when your opponent has 2 extra pawns, it's normally hopeless. And Black's pawns are connected as well. This is just a matter of time now. Not much to say. Black's just going to move the rook out of the way, slowly use the Black king to shepherd the Black pawns forward, and it's going to be game over. This one is hopeless.
Oh no. Look at the pain for Abdusattorov, obviously aware of the tournament situation. Giri and Artemiev finished in a draw. That means Giri now supposedly have 40% chance of qualifying. I think those calculations were before other results, but
he's got to play Magnus next, hasn't
he?
Is that right? So,
Anish will finish off against Magnus Carlsen.
Big game, that one. Okay,